Okay, so Agatha episode 6, the one that answers all our burning questions.
Your burning question.
Or most of them. Finally get to find out what the deal is with Billy. And it is not what I expected at all. I mean, but it did answer a lot of the questions. Why is it a different actor playing him? What really happened to him at 13? He was some Jewish kid at his bar mitzvah, was on his way home, got in a car wreck, died, and Billy Maximoff took his body. And with the sigil on him, didn't even realize that's who he was at the time. He was like amnesiac. He had no memory of who he was or why he was a different person and why he had the powers that he has.
Well, he sure had his full strength crazy in his house.
And he lived in, as this William Kaplan for 3 years before things started to click in his mind that he was actually really Billy Maximoff and was able to.
Now hold on, wait. It took 3 years because he had a Wizard of Oz display, he had all sorts of Disney posters, Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, but that was all William Kaplan's room. That was his room. That was the other kid's room. That wasn't his room.
So,
but still, all that imagery, the Alice in Wonderland, the Houdini, those things, they were just thrown in. I don't think that was.
I wasn't saying it was an Easter egg or anything. I just odd choice for his room, that it would already be somebody who's kind of towards that direction of mysticism anyway, or fantasy.
Potentially, yeah. And then he, of course, would have spent at least some time studying some magic and witchcraft over that 3 years because he had some familiarity with it and even had a spell book. So, it's trippy, but and I did like seeing Evan Peters come back to it. That was surprising. I didn't expect that. I was wondering whatever happened to Ralph Boner after all this. Well, now we know. He's Bonerific69 on Reddit. And he's left town, and he's, and he was a performer, stand-up or actor or something, one-man show that he has, which made me wonder what the hell, why would he have headshots in his house into the Agatha of WandaVision? And apparently he was some kind of a performer and would have had headshots in his house. So that makes sense too. They answered that question for me. So yeah, no, I didn't hate it. Tom, not so much, I guess. It's not much to say.
It's perhaps the worst episode because it should have been the first episode.
Yeah.
Because it would have, and all these questions that Eric has, I didn't care about. It wasn't important to the storytelling aspect. It's very disappointing because this actually was an acceptable show, this episode. And it'd be like, oh, okay, Agatha's not an annoying cunt. And she's evil, and okay, all right, I'll watch this for a little bit longer, as long as it's going somewhere. This is episode 6, where they finally get their pants on and start to tell the story.
What it's really all about, yes.
And it's, seriously? This is what you offer, Disney? Fucking Kevin Feige, you're an idiot.
Well, it is something that they were dragging out all this.
Dragging out, yes,
right.
Exactly, dragging it out.
And letting it unfold slowly and let the layers peel slowly and all that. And I could see that's what they were doing. They did it better.
Dead people move faster.
No, they did it better in WandaVision, but I could see that's one of the reasons why they're doing it here too, is it's a WandaVision tie-in.
That they don't have any creativity,
but
they just hit that same note over and over again. So what I say is that I would have watched the show and I would have had more interest in the show if this was the first episode. The fact that this is episode 6 means they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It means they're completely incompetent and they got paid a lot of money to be this incompetent.
Right, because I think it would have put us a little more invested in Billy.
Would have been invested in everything.
And we'd know what was up the whole time they're going down the road instead of having to wonder and guess.
Or be not interested. Or completely disinterested in all of it.
So you got a point there, but we'll see. We got 2 more weeks. We got one next week, and then we got 2 the final weekend, or the final week, and it wraps up. And we'll see if Billy finds Tommy, and if we even get a hint at what he's been doing for the past 3 years and how he would have still been out there.
either he never made it out of the bubble, or
Billy
Billy
seems to have sensed him and knows
Billy
he's
pushed
out
him
there.
out of the bubble into another body somewhere, or he's dead. And it's not
So
really
we're gonna
compelling.
find out.
But we finally got to hear about Sword.
Yeah, we did have a mention of Sword in it. Yes.
Finally.
You know, and the word is that Sword has been using Vision for spare parts, and so that suggests that the White Vision hasn't turned back up anywhere yet. He's still someplace that nobody has seen or reported that he's still out there. And the rumor is that Sword got their hands back on him, or still has him, or whatever. Nobody knows about the White Vision yet. And it's still been 3 years.
This is the most disappointing episode. I can't believe I'm saying that. I thought each episode was a continuous of disappointment, and it just gets worse. And this is worse for a completely different reason. You should be upset, Eric, because
I don't agree at all.
It could have set the whole season up, or whatever the 6, 7, 8, 12 episodes are, and actually moved forward into a progression instead of dragging your ass for 5 episodes, collecting all these people that no one else showed up. It was just Agatha and him, and they're all gone.
No, I don't know if we're going to see those other 2 witches again.
Well, they're apparently dead, and then where's Whatcha-Jigger?
And where's
Crazy
Rio
Eyes.
through all this?
Crazy
Yes.
Eyes.
So, well, in real time, the current part at the very, very end of the episode was only within a few minutes of him attacking them. So Rio hadn't come back into the picture yet, and we'll see what happens next week. But
do they not know how to make people want to come back and watch TV?
Anyway.
Like, share, and subscribe.